Good evening, not good night, but good evening. How's everybody tonight on night 4 of Wise Women Slay, the relaunch? We are just so happy that you all have stayed with us through the first 3 nights. We're on night 4, and I hope that you've learned some things and that you feel empowered by what you've learned. And tonight we're continuing on, but first of all, we're going to talk to the woman who's going to represent our 80-year-old group. She's actually my stepmom, Katherine Reed. Hello, Miss Catherine.
Hello, Nina. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Thank you for joining us, and I appreciate you so much.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. And so she's just going to talk to us about how life is for the 80-year-old woman. I know she told me, she said, I'm not 80, I'm 85. Which, you know what, one of the things I do appreciate with that is you're not afraid of your age. No. You're not ashamed of your age. And sometimes as we age, sometimes we don't want to talk about it or pretend we're somebody we're not. But you are embracing it and making sure we know.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Simply because it didn't have to be.
Yes.
God just stepped in and he said, you're going to live. You're going to live.
Yeah.
So that's where I am.
Yeah.
Live until he says, no.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to make the best of the time that I'm living.
Yeah.
I want to make the best of whatever I can do to help me and to help somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we want. That's why, when I thought about who's going to represent our 80-year-old group, I thought of Miss Catherine because she's a very energetic lady. She doesn't let anything get her down. I mean, I'm just amazed at your enthusiasm and just how you just live your life. You live it fully, She's still sewing. She's actually making, remaking a wedding dress. Yeah, so she hasn't let her age stop her from living life to the fullest. And so we've got the same questions that we've been sharing with the other ladies, and so we'd like to know your thoughts on these questions. So question number 1 is, tell us, how did you feel on your birthday when you turned 80? Or even 80, since you're 85, between 80 and 85, how did you feel during that time?
I really not, I don't know how to express it, but to me there was not a big difference, not a change. I just knew it was another year older.
Okay.
But as far as feeling that, I did not feel that. I did not feel it.
Yeah.
And to turn 80, then to turn 85, I thought, oh, today is my birthday. I'm 85 today, but hey, it seemed just like yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't feel any different.
Yeah.
And to be truthful, I don't have a lot of aches and pains that 80-year-olds have.
Okay.
And I think it's simply because of the mindset.
Yeah.
And I move around a lot. I'm not sitting in a chair doing nothing all day. This boob tube is not my friend.
Okay.
I watch certain things, and then I walk and sew, sing in the choir church. I am in charge of senior activities at Grace for senior women. And we chose Thursday afternoon. I think it's the 3rd Thursday in the month of every month. And we do senior movies and have food and just have a good time. And at Christmas time, we've always done grab bag, where everybody brings a $10 gift and just grab bag. We put numbers on them, and you pick a number, and that's whatever gift you get. At Christmas time. And it's been fun. It's been fun. I've enjoyed my life. I've enjoyed my life. Yeah.
So not really a change. You just
not physically. No, I had a physical exam on my birthday. That morning, I went to the doctor, and to my surprise, she weighed me first, and she said, "You lost 11 pounds since you were here last year." And I said, well, let's try that again. She said, yeah, you've lost 11 pounds. And it's not like, I've tried, and I think it's because being by myself, I don't cook as much.
Yeah.
and I don't eat as much.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
And it's probably good that you don't.
Yeah.
Probably good that you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. That I can see that because I know when I'm by myself, I'm generally my granddaughter's staying with me right now, as you know, but I don't cook as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand that. Okay. So question number 2: how old were you when you felt like you had to fight back against aging?
I don't think I really, even when I turned 85, I don't think I fought it.
Okay.
Because I was thankful just to be alive.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 sisters, both younger than me, and they're both, my sister next to me, she's been dead for 10 years. And the youngest one's been dead 3 years this past June.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, it's just amazing when I think about that, you know, but I said, it's God that does the giving and the taking.
Yeah.
And I just assumed that, you know, when he gets ready, that'll be it.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling him to hurry.
Right.
Just let me stay as long as I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if I can stay healthy, I try to eat healthy so that I don't have a lot of health problems.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that makes, especially as we age.
Yeah.
You know, we really have to watch what we eat. We can't eat a lot of fried foods and things that weigh us down because it can hurt your heart.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have found a real good friend.
Okay.
Airfryer.
I heard about the air fryer.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Everything that I think I'm gonna fry, it goes in the air fryer.
Okay.
And it's good. You spray the bottom of it with vegetable oil spray, and then it's just like it's good.
Okay.
It's good. The only thing that I didn't like, and Des can testify that this was in French fries.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like them French fries all, but everything else has just been good.
Okay. Okay. That's what I hear. I'll have to treat myself and get me one. Yeah.
I caught it on sale at Penny's.
Okay. Okay.
After Christmas.
Okay, that's a good time to get it in there.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's go on to our next question. At what age did either your family or you consider you to be an old person? You know, like they would say, "Oh, you just talk so old. You say old stuff. Nobody says that." You know, things like that. Do you remember when people started thinking of you as an older person?
I have one nephew that does.
Okay.
He's my youngest sister's son.
Okay.
Her oldest child. He calls me on Christmas, birthday, or whatever. Hey, he always says young lady, but he says, after he says young lady, he said, "You old." And I said, "No, I'm as young as you are in my mind." But you know, I think that's the whole thing. If you think old, you're old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I know how old I am.
Yeah.
And I don't try to be foolish, but I know, you know, my limits.
Yeah.
And I just don't think old.
Yeah.
I don't think 85.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you don't look 85.
And I'm glad for that. I try to take care of myself. Try to take care of myself. So.
Yes, ladies, she is a very stylish woman, and as I said, she's a seamstress. She has tons of clothes. I mean, she loves to dress well, and she does a good job of it. So definitely, if you keep yourself up, I think that has a lot to do with how you even approach life. Yeah. Okay, and so our last question, it is, tell me what would you say is your biggest takeaway as you've aged in this 80, or just in general, being now 85 years old? What's your biggest takeaway in life, let's say, your biggest takeaway?
What would I take away from being 85?
Or, you know, what's the, what have you learned in all the years you've lived? Or what would you say is most important, or what's key for somebody to know as they're aging? What should we be thinking about as we age?
I think as we age, and if the Lord lets you live long enough to get older, I won't say older, but older, I think you need to recognize Him more.
Okay.
And I think that is one thing that I have Just seemed like in the last maybe 10, 12 years, it has become a closer walk with me to be able to say that, you know, the Lord is in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would know what to do if I didn't.
Yeah.
If I didn't have Him in my life.
Yeah.
Because I look at, of course, I live in a senior apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at some of these people around here, and they are just, as the kids would say, but wow.
Yeah.
And
wow.
You know, they
yeah.
try to act like they're teenagers, and you mean every time I see you going to church, where else am I going? Mm-mm. I did nightclub and stuff like that when I was young, and I'm too old to start it now.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
One of those things.
Yeah. That's, you know, ladies, that's what I mean about being that wise woman, because there are some women that are 80, 50, 60, 70 that are trying to act as though they're teenagers when they need to kind of settle down some and make better choices.
Dress like their teenage daughters or their young married daughters.
Yeah.
Try to dress like short dresses.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a time and place for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything in life. There's a time and place
yeah.
for it.
Yeah. I wonder if they feel like they missed something. Maybe that's why they're dressing.
Maybe.
Inappropriately for their age. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I see that little lady right there. That was my youngest sister's.
Okay.
Now, to me, I said, that's a stylish, older lady.
Yeah.
She's not young.
Yeah.
But I said, that's a stylish, older lady.
Yeah.
She's traveling. She's got her bag down beside her.
Yeah. So she's not sitting at home rocking. She's traveling.
Yeah.
And she's got her hair done well.
Right.
Got her nice dress, a necklace, and pearls.
And her little purse in her hand and a travel bag beside her.
Yeah. So she's not giving up on life.
No. You don't. You can't really. You have to make the best of whatever the situation.
Yeah.
Make the best of it.
Yeah. That's what I've heard, especially, you know, we've had the other women that are different ages, and I would say from the 60, 70, and now 80-year-olds have said the same thing, that we roll with the punches. We make the best of even bad situations.
Right, you do.
Yeah. So let's just talk just a little bit about who is Katherine Reed. If somebody wants to know something about you, what would you tell people who you are?
Well, I would say that I, of course, give my name. And I am a member of Grace Apostolic Church. I sing in the choir. I have a sewing class at the church on Saturdays when COVID's not going on. And I love to sew. And I like to look nice when I call myself going out to go places. I've got, I guess you could say, things for occasions that I like to do. I like having fun. I like to play games and stuff like that. But I just, word games especially is my favorite, because I think a word game kind of keeps your mind alert.
Yeah, because you got to think. I think that's very key, especially as we get in the older years, you know, because we don't want Alzheimer's to set in, you know, unaware, you know, and I would say that, you know, word games would help in that way. Yeah, that's good. Anything else you want us to know about you?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I really, like I said, I appreciate you. She came into our lives at a time when my dad was, he was lonely, and my mom had passed, and, you know, she, one of the things that I really am grateful for, that you were there for my father, you know, and even she, let me just say this, ladies, I think you told me that God started preparing you for marriage before you even got married, because you had to dismiss some things in your life. So would you even say that as you get older, you have to let some things go?
Yes. The naysayers you have to let go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to just live your life according to what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you believe in the Word of God and what He says, all things are possible to Him.
Yeah.
To them that believe. So
yeah.
that's what I just devoted myself to.
Uh-huh.
And I think as you get older, there should be a time that your mind settles to, like we're going through Corona.
Mm-hmm.
People are upset about where did it come from? What did we do? But I think it's God. He's trying to show us something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to show us something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some believe, some don't.
Yeah.
But that's where we are. That's where we are.
Yeah, I think Corona has really shown us who we are.
Right.
You know,
mm-hmm.
You know, some people don't like being cooped up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people are not even cooped up, but we're so used to just being out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need to be alone with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and find out maybe you didn't think you thought you knew yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you're in a closed quarter, when you really can't go to your neighbors,
mm-hmm.
you know, and all of those things, it really it's like self-reflecting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So okay.
To make some changes.
Yeah. So how did you fare with Corona? Did it change things for you, or what would you say
The
about
only thing about me and Corona, I get out and walk every day. We go to the mall. I have a friend that she and I walk in the mall every day.
Okay.
We haven't been able to do that.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah.
But I tried to walk all the way around up here and go down and then walk back downstairs and come back. I try to do that 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And when I don't, my knees tell me
you can
that
tell.
I need to walk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good that you didn't let even this situation hinder you from getting your exercise.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you made the best out of a bad situation.
Try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I think we've come to the end of this part of our program, and I thank you again for being that wise woman, you know, even sharing your friend who is still on her game, still looking good, and we certainly want to continue to live life to the fullest at any age. So, all right, well, thank you again. Thank you, audience.
So happy that you decided to choose me to do this.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm really glad. So, okay, thank you. Have a good evening.